Hello everyone, in this video we'll be talking about the G form of A minor pentatonic. Now if we look at the G chord in open position, just the standard G major, if we were to lower this note, the B, which is the third, and for the time being let's leave out the highest two strings, we'll just play the bottom four strings. This is G, B flat, D and G, root, flat third, fifth and root. That would give us a G minor chord in open position. That's really the basis for this A minor chord. And again, I'm not playing the highest two strings. So here I have A, C, E, A. This is root, flat 3, 5, root. And that is really the chordal basis for the scale pattern under discussion here. Now, I'm going to create a loop for improvisation and for demonstration purposes, and what I'll do is I'll just play the root, the flat third, the fifth, and the octave or the root as an arpeggio. Let's take a listen to that. Now first I'm going to play the scale, and we'll do a little bit with ear training so that we can identify the scale degrees and the letter names of the notes. So this scale is played really in second position. I'm going to play it with this fingering. Now you notice sometimes I play 1-3, sometimes I play 2-4. I think it's good to get used to playing it really anyway. Sometimes we'll even slide with one finger. The main thing is to see the pattern on the fretboard and not necessarily memorize fingerings. But that said, it is worth playing it in a purely positional way too. This is G, flat 7, A is a root, C is a flat third, D is the fourth, E is the fifth, G is flat 7, A is the root, C flat third, fourth D, E is 5, G flat 7, and A back to the root. Now, just like before, we're going to take and skip a tone, so we'll create these so-called thirds, which are really thirds and fourths through the scale, but playing every other note in the scale, and we get this pattern. I'll go slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, G. Double the tempo, 2, 3, 4. And finally, we're going to take the 3-note sequences. So starting the lowest note, I'll play up 3 tones, reverse back 1 tone, play 3 tones, and so forth, zigzagging my way through the scale. So and we'll do this at 2 tempos. So first, 1, 2, 3, 4, and. quite a bit faster. How about this? It's really good to play these slowly because you'll hear the effect of each of the tones against the basic root and the basic triadic harmony. For the sake of demonstrating some possibilities and just showing some of the things that can be done, I'll improvise a short piece for you. I think I'll add a little bit to the loop. So in this case, what I'm going to do is actually add some harmonics. I'm going to play a high G, which is the flat 7th, and a high E, which is the 5th, and I'll just add those to the drone for a little bit more color. You probably noticed that one of the things I did in that improvisation is I took the basic A minor pentatonic structure and I started to fill it in chromatically. And what I mean by that is that you could take any of the two notes on any given string and you could fill them in, you could connect them with the tone in between, which is not a scale tone. But if you place it correctly, rhythmically, you can create a pretty jazz-like effect. I even do this one. I did a 5th to the flat 7th with 2 chromatic passing tones. So that's a useful approach to get more of a jazz-like effect, but I think for right now, let's keep it to the scale tones. We really want to etch these patterns into our mind. And just to review, we're going to be looking at the scale, played up and down. We'll play the skipped tones, and then we'll play sequences. And everything was anchored on a root position triad, 1, flat 3, 5, and an extra root, leaving out the top 2 strings. Okay, let's go on to the next section.